Hey, Michelle, I've got a question for you today.
Oh, okay. I'm excited to hear it. What is
All
it?
right. Diving right into it. Have you ever been sailing, maybe on the open ocean or even just on a river or anywhere?
Yes, I have. I did go sailing for actually something with one of my first jobs. We were doing a little story about sailing, and I got to go in the Hudson River.
Ooh, very nice. Very nice. Okay,
Beautiful.
the Hudson River, a place of legends, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
right. Exactly. What about you?
Yeah, I'm actually going sailing this
Oh,
Saturday
get
with
out
my
of here.
folks in Boston. Yeah, I'm going to
Oh,
Boston,
fun.
taking a red eye
Yeah.
and flying in to see them. Going to be out there on the East Coast for the next week or so. So we have booked a sail, like an afternoon sail on the Charles, which is equally the
Fun.
stuff of legends, Michelle, in terms of these city rivers are
Yes. Yes.
yeah. Hudson, the Charles River, legendary for,
Yes.
the history of these cities, just crazy stuff. But anyway, sailing is yeah, I think it'll be fun. I hope. So,
Yeah,
yeah,
that's great. That's great. So today we're actually going to talk about a very useful and common expression that deals with sailing.
nice.
But before we get into that, guys, check out we just did episode 2255 was it gets me every time how to say what makes you emotional in English. So maybe sailing, maybe we have some sailors listening to this podcast and I can imagine that if sailing is really your thing and you see some really beautiful scenery that you can get a little emotional.
I actually have a couple friends who, when they were in their 20s, they sailed around I don't know if it was around the world or they sailed, I think, from the East Coast to the Mediterranean Sea and
Wow.
just like spent like a year on a sailboat, just going all around.
Wow. Okay, I would
Yeah.
love to hear about that. That's
It
great.
was crazy. Yeah, really crazy. So, anyways, guys, hit follow on this podcast right now. Hit that follow button so you don't miss a single episode that we publish here. All right.
All right.
So let's talk about that expression again.
Yes. What is
Yes.
it? It is that ship has sailed.
Yeah.
Lindsay, do you use this?
Yeah, I am noticing too, Michelle, as you said, this is becoming more and more common. And we love to bring our listeners here at All Ears English the most common language that is trending now. And
Mm,
this is one of these vocabulary expressions.
right.
Yeah.
It really is. And I was saying to Lindsay, I heard it once and I mean, it's been around forever. I don't remember a time where this expression didn't exist, but for some reason I've been noticing that I'm hearing it more. So I'm not sure why, but very interesting. But
Yeah.
Lindsay, is this actually about ships or sailing?
No, we're not talking about that at all, right? And actually, you probably don't even use this when you're on the water, right? It doesn't
Right.
really
You're
make
not gonna say
sense
well, yeah, exactly. If you say
because
I mean,
probably you're on the ship. I mean, maybe you
if you
could say, "Oh,
see
there it
another
goes,"
sailboat, you might say, "Oh, that
right?
ship has sailed.
But I
Why
don't think
haven't we
so.
started moving?" I don't know.
Right, right. It's obviously more literal.
Right.
But where you're seeing people use it now in native English is when something is over or there was a chance, there was a window. I like that expression. There was a
Window.
window for
Mhm.
something to happen and it's gone. It's no
Right.
longer available. The thing can no longer happen. The chance is
Right.
gone,
Right,
right?
right. Like you say, like there was a window, you could say a window of opportunity. So that's a good
Window.
bonus for today.
Great bonus. Yeah. And I like this because this is a really accurate, a very precise expression. We know
Yes.
exactly what you're saying when you use this
Yes.
idiom, right?
Right,
Yeah.
right,
Yeah.
exactly. So, yeah, not but definitely not about ships. So let's do some examples. So the first one is, I thought they would be a great couple, but that ship has sailed. He has a new girlfriend.
So that opportunity, that window of opportunity, our
Has
bonus word,
Yep.
has ended. It's gone. He has moved on, right? It's just
Mhm.
not a thing that could happen now. Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
Or I was hoping to get the job, but I called and unfortunately that ship has sailed. They already chose someone.
Mm.
Again, there was a window, there was a chance, there was a moment that
Mhm.
something could have happened, but it passed.
Right, right. It's a missed opportunity.
Mhm.
Lindsay, have you ever had a missed opportunity or had a door close or had a chance where you felt like that ship has sailed?
Well, I spent a lot of my 20s traveling, living abroad, just really
Yeah,
living that nomadic life a bit.
yeah.
And I kind of now that I'm in my early 40s, I've kind of thought, did I miss my window to do that again? What about to go to India and kind of
Mhm.
wander India for a few months? Has that ship sailed for me? Right? So that makes me feel sad. So then I move on to thinking about something else.
That's funny. Yeah, I was having a hard time thinking of an example of this for myself, but when you started sharing your
That's
own, I
it.
mean, I could say the exact same thing about myself, that
Yeah.
once you get a little bit older and you get a little bit more rooted and your life,
Mhm.
if you don't have a certain type of lifestyle where you can just up and go easily, yeah, it does feel like that door closed a little
Yes.
bit. But then I always think maybe at some point later in my life,
Sure.
but
Sure, sure,
yeah,
sure, sure.
for
And
now
it's anything
I'm
is
yeah,
possible if you want it bad enough,
that's
right? If you
true.
want it badly enough, anything is possible. But that's a good example.
Yes.
Maybe things that we thought we would do again or we thought we would do at some point, we never quite got to it. That's why I definitely recommend travel when you're young.
Yes.
Get that in when you're
Right.
young,
Because you never know
you
what's gonna
know.
happen, right?
Yeah, totally. And also setting up your life so that you have spent your younger years traveling, you're gaining all this wisdom, which, then you go into your later life with that wisdom and that
Mhm.
experience is pretty cool. So you feel a little more settled, a little more rooted
Right.
in your life moving forward, I think.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Right. And it's funny with this expression, it doesn't have to be it sounds like, oh, it's very profound and it has to be something thought provoking. It doesn't have to
Right.
be about big profound situations. It can be about missing something small. For example, let's do this little role play.
Yeah. So should we go to the movie?
Uh-oh, that ship has sailed.
Why?
The last showing started 10 minutes ago.
Oh
Right.
no, we missed that movie. I would have been upset. I actually went to see the new Twister last weekend,
Oh, how was
which
it?
it was good actually. At first I thought it was just gonna repeat the same template and I was gonna be bored, but no, there's new elements. There's a lot more to the story than what the old one was. I think the old one is still kind of the best, I
Mhm,
think. But
mhm.
I would recommend the new Twisters. It's
Okay.
called Twisters. Yeah. Yeah, check it
Yeah.
out.
Okay, well, good. Well, I saw Despicable Me 4
Okay. And what are your thoughts?
because I have 2 small children. It's fine. Yeah,
Fine.
it's fine. There are a
Got it.
lot of good people in it, like Steve Carell's in it and Will
Nice.
Ferrell, but not my favorite movie, but
All
yeah.
right. Yes. Here are movie reviews from All Ears English.
Yes.
Love it. Love it.
Exactly. So, but you see, it can be about a big,
Yeah.
profound thing that you feel like you've missed, or just something as simple as we physically can't get there because it's too late.
Yeah, I love that idea. This expression is not just limited to big things or small things. It works for everything. It's just
Yeah,
about
very
you miss
versatile.
something,
Right.
right?
Yep.
Yes. All right. So, Michelle, we hinted at a few other things that we could say, like window of opportunity. But what are some other things that would mean the same thing?
Mhm.
Mhm.
So you could say too late, or it's too late, or it's too late now, right?
Yeah. So, too late, right? That's a common one, right? Just hearing that
Right.
being said. So for example, oh no, I wanted to sign up, but it's too late now. They're sold out. Yeah, that one's
Mhm.
common for sure.
Right. The next one is missed the boat. Um,
Interesting. Hmm.
So this could be a little bit different. We could do a whole episode on to miss the boat. We could do a whole episode about missing about sailing idioms, right? There seems to be a lot of things with boats.
Yeah.
Um,
That's
but
strange.
you could say I really missed the boat on that stock pick, right? So this might be more about a bigger thing to miss, right? So I to miss the boat. Lindsay, what do you think about this one?
Yeah, I missed the boat. It also has a connotation that a lot of people got in the boat. A lot of people got in
Mhm,
the boat. There was a boat. It was like a group
mhm,
thing, like like
mhm.
buying Apple stock in, I don't know, right when it came back and started to just
Yeah,
go through the
yeah.
roof. Any technology stock, right? A lot of people got on board, and people have done really well. I guess I don't know. Not making stock recommendations here, but that's a good example. I think investment opportunities definitely people might feel they missed the boat, right?
Yes, or
Yes.
in real estate when
Oh, sure.
yeah, real estate could be another big one. I with real estate, you feel like you're always on the really lucky end or the not so lucky end. There are people who
Totally.
sell and then they make so much money, and then you just are not, you have to really be in the right place at the right time.
Right place at the right time. And once you realize what the right place was, it's no longer the right place. Like Denver
Yes.
kind of had that moment. And I think that's passed. I think that ship has sailed a little bit for Denver. It's just become very expensive here in general, you know?
I've
And
heard
so,
that actually. Yeah.
yeah, that ship has sailed. So anyways, moving on. So what else,
But
Michelle? Yeah.
yeah, I mean, this could be all useful for things, even just missing the train or the bus or missing a sale or missing out on a job, right? So you missed the boat or you missed a party, right? That ship has sailed.
Okay.
I can't go anymore. So lots of other things. I mean, I think just this missed opportunity is the biggest key thing to walk away with today. And it can be hard if you feel like you've missed out on an opportunity that you can't get back to. But it's kind of like what you said, Lindsay. You think about it and it makes you a little sad, but then you just have to keep moving forward. It's kind of the feeling of trying not to have any regrets, right?
Yeah, regret is the worst, but you don't want to miss the next thing, right? And so you just stay present and try to keep moving on. Don't spend too
Yes.
much time sort of sitting in that sense of regret because that is the worst.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes, exactly.
for
So,
sure.
guys, we don't want you to regret missing any of our episodes. So
Yes.
make sure that you hit the follow button wherever you are listening to All Ears English so you never feel that sense of regret. You never miss the boat.
Yes, 100%. Hit that follow button, guys. We're moving into September pretty soon here. This is the time to really set up a nice learning routine for yourself. Especially lately, a lot of our listeners have been telling us we're coming along with you guys on your commute in the morning, walking your
Yes.
dog in the morning. We realize that, the best way to learn is to bring English into what you're already doing. And you can do that with a podcast so easily, just having earbuds in the ears. Love it.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Perfect.
So
Perfect.
good.
So should we do a role play?
Yeah. So here we are two friends in the car. Here we go. All right. I can't wait to get there.
Okay. Help me get into the next lane.
Michelle, that ship has sailed. You just missed the exit.
Oh, man. I didn't hear the GPS.
Yeah. Well, it's too late now. We'll have to get off the highway.
Oh, I really missed the boat on that one, didn't I?
It's okay. We'll get there. This scenario feels more like a Web 1.0 moment before we had Google Maps, before we had just like recalculate when we had the old school GPSs or the, what do they call them, Garmin's or something.
Oh, yeah.
Or
Yeah, I
something
think I
like
know.
that.
Yeah.
Or just
I think
maps.
you're right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I was just talking about this with somebody just about how much I need the GPS. And,
Yeah.
actually, I was driving somewhere and I always, after I drop my daughter off, there's a dead zone. So the GPS doesn't work for a little while.
Oh, interesting. But
Yeah.
But if you have it pre-programmed, it should keep working, right? Or do you mean you can't program a new destination, or it's just
We
totally
can put it in, but then
Yeah.
it just kind of there's
Oh,
I don't know, the signal there is not very good, so
I
it's been a
see.
little bit of an issue. So today I needed to get to a doctor's appointment quickly, so I had the brilliant idea. I anticipated it.
Oh, look at that.
I wasn't gonna let that ship sail. I basically I looked it up and then I screenshotted the directions so I could do it old school, like on
Smart.
MapQuest.
Smart.
So yeah.
All
But then it
right.
worked, and then of course. Anyway,
Yeah.
so let's go through this.
Okay, cool. So here, we're trying to get to this. Where are we trying to go? Or maybe a concert or something, some event,
Sure.
right? Sure. Why not? Why not? And then so first I said, oh, Michelle, you're saying, can you help me get in that lane? And I said, oh, Michelle, that ship has sailed. You just missed the exit. Right. So I'm giving you a little bit of a hard time here. Right?
Yes, exactly. And then I said, I didn't hear the GPS. And you said, yeah, well, it's too late now. We'll have to get off the highway.
Yeah, I'm being a little bitter here, right? Giving you a little bit of an attitude.
Yeah, well, maybe you should drive next time, Lindsay.
Maybe, right?
You're so good at it. Yeah.
Right. And then I'm a backseat driver, right? So I
Yes.
love that. And then you said, oh, I really missed the boat on that one, didn't I? Yeah. So again, you missed the chance. Yeah. All right. Good
Yes.
stuff, Michelle. What's the takeaway for today on today's episode?
Well, guys, to me, the takeaway is that this is such a versatile expression. It can be for something as small as, you already ordered your meal and you wanted to change the order, but it's already on its way out. I mean, something really just tiny, tiny like that. Or it can be about big things in your life, big decisions that you've made or things you wished you've done. But the important thing is to just keep moving forward. But now you have a really good connection expression to talk about this because everybody knows that feeling of the ship sail.
Yeah. And it goes beyond just your own life, right? We can talk
Yes.
about large
Oh, yeah.
geopolitical events, windows of opportunity, things that could have happened that didn't happen, economic shifts, things like that. So
Yeah.
you can use this for bigger things or just things in your life. That's why I like it, right? It's really,
Yeah.
this is a source of connection in many ways.
Definitely.
So, yeah.
Definitely. It's very, very useful. And now I bet that we've talked about it, you probably are going to start hearing it.
For sure. For
being
sure.
used.
Yeah. All right. Good stuff. Thanks for bringing this expression to the show, Michelle. And I'll see you next time. All right.
All right. Thanks, Lindsay. Have a good one.
Bye bye.